So over the last month, I've been reading in the book of Genesis, and I keep seeing over and over how God takes care of his people. We see it in the life of Isaac, in the life of Job, in the life of Abraham, and today I really want to draw your attention to the life of Joseph. Joseph's story is one that's always inspired me and encouraged me, and in particular, this verse jumped out at me this week. Genesis 45, verse 7. And God sent me before you to preserve a posterity for you in the earth, and to save your life by a great deliverance. And I just got thinking about how much God cared for his people, and how much he cares for his people. That he spent over 10 years preparing Joseph so that he was at the right place at the right time in order to prevent a famine, prevent a nation from dying in famine. And throughout Joseph's story, we just read how often it says, the Lord was with Joseph. That was in Genesis 39, verse 2. The Lord was with Joseph, and he was a successful man. He was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all he did to prosper in his hand. In Genesis 39:23, the Lord was with him, and whatever he did, the Lord made it to prosper. And then I just keep thinking about this whole story of all the things that Joseph went through. Keyword meaning through. And right now we kind of find ourselves in a very similar situation where our world is going through some things. And I just really want you to think about Joseph and think about his life and see that God was with him in those things, and the Lord is with you. In Deuteronomy 31 verse 6 it says, he will never leave you and he will not forsake you. And in Genesis 45 verse 7 again, God sent me before you to preserve a posterity for you in the earth, and to save your life by a great deliverance. God preserves and delivers. You know, we have this Bible, we have these stories of these men of old to encourage us, to help us remember what God has done and what he is able to do. And we need to, in this season more than ever, remind ourselves of what he is able to do. I keep thinking in my mind, God, have you prepared someone somewhere just for this moment? Have you shown them what to do right now? Has he given someone a dream somewhere? We don't know how the deliverance will come, but we do know that God is our deliverer. He cares, and he will continue to look after his people. I just want to encourage you right in this season to find, 2 or 3 scriptures that you can hold on to day to day. This word is our greatest weapon. And a few of the ones that I'm trying to keep top of mind right now, I'll share them with you. Philippians 4, verses 6 to 8. Don't be pulled in different directions or worried about a thing. Be saturated in prayer throughout each day, offering your faith-filled requests before God with overflowing gratitude. Tell him every detail of your life, and then God's wonderful peace that transcends human understanding will make the answers known to you through Jesus Christ. That's Philippians 4, 6 to 8, and that's the Passion Translation. Another one I'm reading. I will take sickness away from the midst of you. Exodus 23:25. And finally, so we are convinced that every detail of our lives is continually woven together to fit into God's perfect plan of bringing good into our lives. For we are his lovers who have been called to fulfill his design purpose. Romans 8:28 from the Passion Translation. So I just want to encourage you that God is with you. He will deliver you, and he will take care of you. And we need to trust. Just put your trust in him.